Good day, everyone. I am Malkivibal, and now let's talk about G proteins. But before that, let us know what is G protein coupled receptors, or also known as GPCRs. All eukaryotes use G protein coupled receptors, or GPCRs. These form the largest family of the cell surface receptors and that mediate most responses to signals from the external world and as well as signals from other cells, including hormones, neurotransmitters, and local mediators. So the G protein coupled receptors are only found in eukaryotes and kilala siya bilang the largest known class of membrane receptors. So in a simple term, G proteins are helper proteins inside the cell, and they help carry messages from the outside the cell to the inside. So in fact, humans have more than 10, I don't know, I mean 1,000 known different types of GPCRs. And itong mga, and those are have a specific function. They are a very unique membrane receptor and the largest of around 30 to 50% yung mga yung modern medical drugs. Ito. Then the GPCR can regulate the next slide. Ito. Function of GPCR can regulate the ito. Function of GPCR can regulate the senses of smell, system, immune system, growth. Ito, regulate immune system, senses, growth, behavioral, or even the mood of the person. So even now, many GPTs and GPCRs still have yung unknown functions and is siya parang uh, going pa yung research, may nag-research pa kasi mayroon pang mga ibang function yung GPCR. So, ngayon, magsisimula tayo sa kung ano ba yung structure ng GPCR. So, this is the GPCR. Okay. So, this is the GPCR or G protein coupled receptors. Meron siyang 7 transmembrane helices. So, all eukaryotes use GPCR, the largest family of the cell surface receptors. Ito yung 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. So this is one of the most important characteristic of GPCR. Then they have 7 transmembrane alpha helices. Then since this is such a unique and interesting structural characteristic, kaya siya tinatawag natin na 7 transmembrane receptors. So just lagay lagay natin GPCR. Ito yung GPCR. These interact with G proteins. So ito yung receptor, and then ito yung G proteins. So, itong kulay blue. Yes, that is the G proteins. So ano nga ba din yung G proteins? So G proteins is specialized protein which have the ability to bind GTP or GDP. So yes, that is the G proteins. Siya parang attach siya sa GPCR, so the G protein receptors, and then para siya yung mag-associate sa GTP or GDP. So etong GTP, ito yung parang inactive state niya pa lang. And then this GDP, ito na yung when na siya, naging may ligands na naka-attach or nasa active state na siya. So in other words, they are able to bind guanosine triphosphate GTP and this guanosine diphosphate or the GTP. All of G proteins that associated with GPCR are higher trimeric. So what is higher trimeric? Meaning that they have 3 three different subunit. Ito yung 3, si alpha, which is, ito si first subunit, alpha. Second one is beta, and the third is gamma. So the whole point of G protein is because it binds GTP or GTP. So ito yung structure nung inactive pa yung GPCR. So wala pa siyang ligands na naka-attach. And then, as well as GDP pa siya, hindi pa siya active. Once na magiging active yan siya, yung GDP is, marireplace yan ng GTP. Ito. Yan. Ito. Balik muna tayo sa inactive. Kilala na natin kung saan dyan si alpha, no? Si alpha, si beta, at tsaka si gamma, at also si GPCR, and ito si GDP. So, ngayon is proceed tayo sa how our signaling pathways happens. So, the whole point of the membrane receptors, etong mga membrane receptors na to is they respond to signaling molecules and ligands, and they respond to the environment. So, as mentioned before kanina, diba, G-proteins coupled receptor interact with, ano na-mention mo yun? With a wide variety of molecules on the outer surface of the cell. So, marami talagang mga functions itong G-protein receptors natin, and then may kanya-kanya din silang mga papel. So, our first step, na meron tayong mga step by step natin to. So, our first step here is the ligands. Ito si ligands. Ito. Si extracellular signal. Ito si ligands. So, our first step is, etong si ligands is mag-bind to siya sa GPCR. Etong parang may letrang C sa itaas. Then, once the ligands binds to the GPCR, to our GPCR, it is going to undergo a conformational change. Ito. Magbabago ito ng form yung ating mga proteins, which is si alpha, beta, at si gamma. Ito siya. As you can see, naka-attach si ligands natin, and then nagiging active yung ating GPCR. At yun, parang nag-separate si alpha natin doon kina gamma, ay doon kina beta gamma subunits. Now, step 2 natin is it undergoes, yun yung step 2 natin, nag-undergo siya ng conformational change. The GPCR undergoes conformational change. What happens next is, because of yung change na pangyayari, yung alpha subunit is going to exchange this GDP for GTP. So, ito yung sinasabi ko, naging GTP na yung GDP. So, the molecule is swapped out inside of GDP, and we have the GTP. Now, because of we have the GTP bound on this alpha subunit, it will now cause our alpha subunit to dissociate and move away from our beta and gamma subunit. So, ito yung sinasabi ko. Parang humiwalay si alpha subunit sa kina beta, gamma. So, selfish siya. Once this happens, that's two different sections. Ito si alpha subunit at ito si beta gamma dimer. These two together are going to find protein in the membrane. It's going to alter and regulate the functions of that protein. So that's our step 4 natin, our alpha subunit dissociate and regulates target proteins. So during dito na steps, our both natin na alpha tsaka beta dimer natin mag-interact sila sa proteins to relay messages. But these beta gamma subunits can still regulate function of other proteins. The target proteins can be enzymes that produce second messengers, or pwede ding ion channels that also let ion be second messenger. As we mentioned, di ba, G proteins are incredibly diverse. So may iba't iba talaga ang yung G proteins natin. Some G proteins natin is pwede siyang stimulate activity while other can also inhibit. So our step 5 now is once the alpha and subunit activates a target protein, this target protein can relay a signal. So as long as the ligands bound to the GPCR, so as long na naka-attach yung ligands natin sa GPCR doon, yung process nito is magpapatuloy talaga. The four proteins and regulates the target proteins, causing a whole chain of event can happen repeatedly as long as the ligand is found. And now, dito na tayo sa how does it stop or how can we actually make this thing go back to normal. So, well, this is our step 6. Nasa step 6 na tayo. So, the A subunit acts as a GT phase, or meaning it can break down GTP to GDP, turning itself off. So, this inactivates the G proteins, ending the signal. So, yun, GTP loses a phosphate in hydrolysis and become GDP. So, once ito mangyari to, yung mga proteins natin is ma-form na naman siya sa original na formation niya. And yung ligands natin is aalis na siya dun sa pag-attach niya sa sa receptor natin ng GPCR, and everything will go back to looking the way it was, ready to combine with another ligand or para sa future na naman na mag-a-attach sa GPCR natin. So this offers happen on its own. Mangyayari lang ito siya ng kusa. And eventually the GTP will be hydrolyzed and become regulate this. One common way out of a few is the RGS protein, or these regulators of G protein signaling helps speed up the process. They act as GT phase activating protein gaps. So, which is regulation of G protein stress signaling, and this can accelerate the step. So now, alam na natin yung mga steps or process that has the example of this. A very common example of GPCR function is in our cell involves the epinephrine and adrenaline. This is our fight or flight response. So let's pretend na balikan natin. Let's pretend that this red ligand, this itong red signaling molecule is epinephrine to siya. And let's pretend din na itong si GPCR natin is ito yung adrenergic receptor natin. So once this epinephrine binds to our adrenergic receptor, our GPCR is in our body that binds epinephrine. Ang GPCR natin or itong adrenergic receptor natin will undergo in on conformational change. Then it will swap out the GDP into GTP. So, and this alpha subunit will now seek out the other protein and regulate its function. So it just happened that the proteins that it seeks out is just going to be called adenylate cyclase. Now we have the adenylate cyclase being activated, stimulated by our alpha subunit. What the adenylate cyclase will do is it still take ATP, and this adenosine triphosphate or ATP will produce CAMP, or what we call cyclic adenosine monophosphate. Then it will take away 2-phosphate from out of triphosphate natin, and it will make it monophosphate. Once this happens, our cyclic AMP here is what we call the second messenger. So Ito yung ating second messenger, and our signal or epinephrine goes through the entire process, and the signal is transformed into other signal. So the cyclic AMP will now tell our cell to do other things. For example, that it will increase our heart rate, it will also parang dilate our skeletal muscle blood vessels, di ba? Kasi fight or flight nga. So we need to ano ba, start running ba or fight ba, mag-fight ka ba hanggang sa kamatayan. So yun. Now remember that this is our biggest group of cell membrane receptor. So complex talaga yung process niya. Uulitin natin yun, no? So ulitin natin. For example, our epinephrine binds to our GPCR. The GPCR change its shape and undergoes to nga yun, yung conformational change. Yes, then it switch out the GDP to GTP, and alpha subunit to dissociate, lalayo siya sa ating ibang sa beta gamma subunit natin, then regulates another protein, and this protein will turn ATP into cyclic AMP. So which is our second messenger, see, cyclic AMP, and this second messenger will now tell our body to do other things. For example, yun nga, yung mag-increase ba ng weight or break down glycogen into glucose. So now yun yung example. Ikli lang natin para mas mag-gets. So okay lang ba? Gets lang ba? Wala kayong choice, dapat mag-gets talaga. So now, other GPCR in our body, or ilan nga yun, other 1,000 are going to do their things, but undergo pa rin sila ng similar process. So in summary, GPCRs are receptors found on the cell surface that respond to many kinds of signals from outside the cell. So when a cell molecule called ligands binds to a GCPR, it activates a G protein. The G protein then starts the production of second messengers inside the cell. Through this process, GPCRs help control many body functions such as senses, growth, and hormones. And that's all for my report. Thank you for listening and watching. God bless you all. Happy holiday.